My tenant fled my duplex in the middle of the night. I know. Insane. Crazy. Without paying rent and with damaging the property. So this happened about a week and a half ago now. My old tenant, so I have my duplex in New Orleans, and one side is rented out and has been rented out like nonstop, no problem. On the other side, I've had kind of shorter term tenants, but in general, it stayed booked throughout the entire time that I've had it. And so my most recent tenant was kind of iffy, honestly, from the start. But I was like, how bad can she be? Because I've always had really, really good tenants in my duplex in New Orleans. Like, it's usually never been an issue. And so this specific tenant felt a little odd from the beginning, but she was very sweet. I was like, you know what? Let's give you a chance. So I put her on a 3-month lease. She really wanted to do a year-long lease. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Let's put you on a 3-month lease, see how you do. If everything looks good, then we'll extend it later down the line, which is a very great way to do it for anyone who is concerned about like tenants. Like, just start them off with a 3-month lease. If everything's good on both sides, you can extend it longer. But then I get a text from her in the middle of the night. Also, just note, like, so my tenant on the other side, they've been there for like a year now. Wonderful, wonderful tenants, have been amazing. This was the first time they've ever texted me about people in the next unit being really loud or things happening. So it was just really weird. There were a lot of like issues throughout the process, but I was like, let's just get through the 3-month lease. We probably won't extend after that. However, she ended up breaking the lease a month and a half in. So she texted me in the middle of the night and is like, hey, I'm actually going to be leaving the property. I know we probably won't get our deposit back, but that's fine. I'm leaving the property tomorrow. I'm like, girl, what? Like, this came out of the blue. Note that she was also already a weekly on rent. So I'd been trying to contact her throughout that entire week. And hadn't heard back. And finally she messaged back. Note that also, like, she was supposed to be sending me money for this week that she was at the property. Obviously, she never sent me that money. She is currently ghosted me. So who knows where this person is? I could go the eviction route, but honestly, it's not worth it. I'm keeping her deposit, which covers the month's worth of rent. And I was able to get a tenant in right after. So I'm really not too worried about it. And like, at this point, it's more of a hassle for me to go through the legal route than to just let it go. Hey girl, real quick, if you have been dreaming of living life on your own terms, then listen up. Okay, I created a free course that shows you exactly how to buy a rental property using your $75K plus corporate salary and at least $10,000 in savings. That's with no trust fund, no rich boyfriend, no daddy's money, no hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in the bank, just strategy, confidence, and a step-by-step plan. Now, in this free course, I'm going to be teaching you the number one strategy that is working for newbies in today's market. I'm also going to teach you how to spot a good deal and how to replace your corporate income with passive real estate income, escape the corporate hamster wheel, and not be dependent on your corporate job to survive. Now, this is for 3 kinds of people. This is for you if you are stuck in a job that you do not love, secretly dreaming of more freedom, more travel, and more peace in your bank account. Or maybe you're currently a digital nomad looking for more grounding and wealth building without losing the ability to travel. Or maybe you're a business owner or a corporate girly who just sees the volatility in the market and you just want to diversify your income. If any of those sound like you, then go ahead, go get the free course now. The link is in the show notes, or just go to oliviatati.com/free course. That's oliviatati.com/free course. Trust me, this could change your life. But yeah, so it was crazy. My cleaner went in, and once again, this house has literally had 0 issues for the last like 3-4 years. It's been completely fine, almost probably a little too fine. And here's the thing, I didn't even freak out. Like, she texted me and I was like, okay, we'll get our cleaner in there and we'll just get a new tenant. Like, it's crazy because after so many years of doing this, things honestly, genuinely do not faze me. And people are so scared about things like this happening, but like, this is honestly just a part of real estate. And if you're going to be terrified about every little thing, maybe you're not supposed to be a real estate investor, but it just like wasn't even that big of a deal. And my cleaner, when she got there was like stains on the mattress, a broken bathroom door. Who knows how the heck that happened? The table was broken, the dryer was broken, so many things. But once again, I still wasn't worried because this property does very well. We have a healthy amount of cash flow and a healthy amount of savings as well. Like, I literally used some of my savings to go to Argentina last year. But yeah, I really didn't freak out. And it really boiled down to 4 things. So I'm going to boil down these 4 things that will really help you from freaking out when it comes to real estate in general. So number 1 is it's just knowing that this happens. It's real estate. Okay, the fact that I've had 0 issues with it in 3 years, something was bound to come up. Okay, something was bound to happen. So I've honestly kind of just been mentally preparing for it. And this really wasn't that bad. And at the end of the day, you always just end up depending on your system. And what this really proved is I have really, really good systems in place because we had the place up and running so fast after that. So instead of freaking out, always be solutions based. Like, okay, this happened. How do we fix it? What's next? Like, what do we need to do versus like freaking out for no reason? Because that's not going to help anyone. The second thing that allowed me to get through this really just chill and calmly was my boots on the ground team. Honestly, I have an incredible cleaner. I have an incredible handyman. They're so responsive. They are on top of it if I need them. And like, I got this message from this person on a Tuesday night. By Thursday, she was out of the property. The cleaners were there. Everything was clean. By Friday morning, we listed the place. On Thursday, we had a new renter in by Saturday. Like there was a 3-day turnaround and that was it. But once again, it was just a testament to the systems and the importance of having a boots on the ground team because this place, this property that I have is so far away from me. Like I'm in Colorado, this property is in Louisiana. So there's no way I'm like going down there and going to the property. I have to be dependent on my systems. And this is what I always teach all of my coaching students to do. Even if you're house hacking, you want to set it up as if you're not there from day one. From day one, I was like, I'm not doing the cleaning. I'm not doing fixing anything. I remember when I first moved into my very first duplex, I lived on one side and I didn't go into the other side for months. I honestly started to miss it because I'd spent so much time and energy putting it together, but I set it up from day one so that it could run itself. And that's why it's so important that you have a good boots on the ground team. Because my cleaner went there, deep cleaned the entire thing. My handyman went there. He fixed every little tiny thing that the old tenant had broken. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I absolutely love fashion. Like I am always in bright, colorful clothes. I'm just a bright and colorful human. Even right now, I'm wearing a fabulous green dress, if you can see me on YouTube. But I also just go to a ton of different conferences and retreats and events, and I'm always wearing something different. And everyone always asks me, Olivia, where do you get your clothes from? Now, this isn't some Instagram influencer thing where it's like, oh yeah, everyone asks me. No, actually, everyone does ask me where I get all of my clothes from. And the funny thing is, I actually got rid of half of my closet years ago whenever I started nomading because I just hate clutter and don't want a ton of stuff. And I'm just not like a stuff girl. And 80% of the time, I'm actually wearing rented clothes from Nuuly. Yes, this fabulous green dress that I'm wearing right now is from Nuuly. I know, I don't actually buy clothes like ever, really. I mainly rent. And that's because, number one, I get bored of clothes easily and I like to change my clothes all the time. That's why I am legitimately always in a new dress. Number two is I hate clutter. Like I just hate having a crazy full closet where I can't find anything and it's just such a mess. And then number three, I am always traveling. And sometimes it's hard to pack a bunch of different stuff and clothes. And I like to travel light. I also take a lot of pictures of myself. So I like to be in different outfits. And sometimes I even get the rental sent to wherever I'm traveling to. That way I don't even have to pack it with me. And this way I just get to wear way nicer clothing than I usually buy. Like literally over the last 3 years, I have rented over $150,000 worth of clothes, but I've spent less than a tenth of that actually on clothing. And that's why I absolutely love Nuuly because they have so many different things, so many fun items. I love that they have really fabulous brands like Farm Rio and sometimes even McDougall, which is a luxury brand. I've rented $1,000 dresses from them for the same price as my membership. And it's great because they have super classic items, but they also have fun staples in there too. Because you can rent everything from dresses to coats to everyday outfits like jeans. Now, you're actually in luck right now because I have a special link where you can actually try a Nuuly subscription and get $30 off of your first month subscription. So use the link in the show notes below to try Nuuly out, or go in and type oliviatati.com/Nuuly. That's Nuuly. And I have a discount code in there. Go ahead, try it out. Let me know how you like it. It has been a total game changer for me to level up my wardrobe. So go check out Nuuly. Remember, oliviatati.com/Nuuly, or go use the link in my show notes. Also, this is another reminder too, like everyone always says that, oh yeah, short-term rentals, your property's going to be damaged. I have way more damages with longer-term renters than I do short-term rentals. Short-term rentals, I rarely have any crazy damages. It's really always with because long-term renters are just there for a lot longer. So there's just so much wear and tear on the property. The third thing that allowed me to get through this really just calm and sanely was honestly knowing that my place is cute and desirable. I've generally not had any issues getting it rented out because it's in a great location. It's very adorable. It's a furnished midterm rental. So there aren't as many adorable, cute, furnished midterm rentals in the area. And it's located very close to the French Quarter. So people like the area. Like, it's a really good area. I actually purchased it when it was still in its up and coming phase. I think it's still kind of in its up and coming phase. But knowing that the demand for the property was high also allowed me to stay calm. Like, I knew that once I listed it, I would get it rented. Now, the fourth thing that allowed me to stay calm was just charging a deposit and charging a premium. You cannot skip this. I know a lot of the time people start to feel bad because they're like, well, I don't want the person to have to come out of pocket that much money. I don't really want to charge a deposit. No! Charge your deposit. Charge your deposit. Charge your deposit. Because of situations like this, because if they break anything, because if they break their lease, you still have that income that you can hold on to, right? So this place I was charging $2,300. We charge a month's worth of rent as a deposit. We're able to keep the deposit. Unless you're renting it out on like Airbnb and stuff, then you don't need to charge a deposit because you're getting all of that money upfront anyways. But if you're doing a midterm rental, you're signing a lease, always take a deposit. Even if it's just a couple of months, take a $500 deposit, take an $800 deposit. And also, the whole reason I decided to do medium-term rentals instead of long-term rentals, it's furnished, meaning I can charge a premium, and especially because my place is a lot cuter. So I charge anywhere from $2,000 to $2,800 depending on the time of year for that single unit. And you just can't do that with a long-term rental. And I like to have a lot bigger margins because stuff happens with real estate. $200 a month in cash flow, that's not really going to cover things going wrong, right? Versus if you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in cash flow. Because here's the thing, real estate isn't always pretty, but it can be profitable. And it's also just making sure that you put the right systems in place. You don't have to freak out. Things will go wrong. Expect things to go wrong. You can put systems in place to get ahead of them beforehand. But yeah, expect things to go wrong. That is real estate. And part of the journey is learning how to handle different situations, how to handle adversity, because you are learning, you're growing, and you will be able to handle so much more later down the line. Like, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be incredibly rich, if you want to be financially free, you also have to increase your appetite for dealing with stressful situations or for dealing with adversity. So honestly, I'm kind of glad this happened. I feel like I needed to go through it and just like realize that I could lean on my systems and my processes and be like, damn, yeah, see, this is why we do this. It's not just preaching, you know? But yeah, so not my usual episode, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you got a lot out of it. And if you found this to be useful, make sure to share this with someone else who maybe they're going through it or they're thinking about investing in real estate. Show them this episode so they can see it's not all sunshine and roses, but you can get through anything. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Bye, fam. Thank you so much for listening to Wanderlust Wealth Show. Now, don't forget to follow the podcast, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you love this episode, it would literally mean the world to me if you shared this with a friend or a family member or literally like anyone off of the street. Like right now, go ahead, share it so you don't forget, or post it on social media and make sure to tag me. I love seeing what you're listening in on and what you resonated with, and I'm just so freaking thankful for you. I'm so freaking excited for you. I love you, and don't forget, life really doesn't have to be hard.